Hello and welcome to the English commentary version of the 2024 Franconia Open, sponsored by Latitude 64 in beautiful Gößweinstein, Germany. I'm your host Karl Rose and I'm sitting here with the ultimate legend and of course also aspiring disc golf legend Connor O'Brien. How are you doing, Connor?
Doing very well. Thank you for your kind description. Maybe one day I'll be either of those things, but excited to watch this round, excited to be here with you.
Yeah, same. And yeah, let's take a short look at the leaderboard first. As you can see, it's quite tight at the top. Michael Stelzer and Tobias Voß, our co-leaders with -6, just one stroke behind Jörg Eberts, and Justus and me not too far off to still win this thing.
Everybody within 5 strokes of one another, and it's a course where a lot of holes can quickly turn that around, so it's anybody's game. Here we have Michael Stelzer, rated 990. He's a veteran, played his first PDGA event 25 years ago in 2000. He's a former European vice champion in 2008, only one stroke away from the title.
Okay, and this is Tobias Voß from Rostock, representing the Barney boys, as you can see. 990 rated, super chill, nice guy, good friend of mine, and he absolutely crushes the disc. One of the furthest throwers in Germany for sure.
We're coming up now to Jörg Eberts, another veteran player with lots of experience. It's a very controlled playing style, knows where he's putting his discs, solid. He avoids bogeys and then is aggressive when he knows he has a chance.
So, this is Justus Friedrich, a young gun from Dortmund, a player that has been grinding tournaments. He plays so many tournaments per year, and yeah, he has a very high skill ceiling, I would say. When he's on, he's a pretty great putter and has great technical ability.
And now my co-host Karl Rose, the best rated player at this tournament. He's coming off a very hot round in the first round and a very cold round in the second one, playing a +7, so we'll see where your mental game is at for this final third round.
Yeah, excited to relive the experience. Okay, hole 1, let's go. It's a combination of 2 standard holes. The first shot really benefits a player with a huge right-hand backhand hyzer. If you land right about here, you're in the absolute sweet spot because the rest of the fairway is sloping up to that gap that shapes from left to right. And when you go down to the left, it's a pretty hard rough. Yeah, one of the most difficult holes to start with a 4.79 average, so the 4th most difficult. Let's see what Michi does here.
It's basically what you're looking for, right?
Yeah.
Little too far left?
No, I think it's quite perfect. As you can see, Michi still has pretty good distance on his backhand hyzer. And speaking of distance, this guy.
I wish.
Yeah, he threw that so high. It's actually perfect if you can get there with a very high hyzer, because it's very hard to fade too far to the left, I would say.
Now we have Jörg.
Yeah, you can see he hit the line pretty well, but from there it's way more difficult than the other 2.
Is everybody on the card here playing it for birdie, you think?
Yeah, I think so. But obviously, if you have a shorter arm, it's quite hard to get it. If you're not in perfect position or in good position of the tee, as you can say, Justus is just in a par position from there. There's no way of getting up and down.
Too far right?
Yep. Yeah, he really has to push that Anheuser all the way through. He can't fade out.
So you're right there on the tee pad of the normal number 2, or the second of the 2 holes this is.
Yeah, I actually skipped on the tee pad. That was almost a bit too far. It could have been more to the left, would have been even better.
Here's Jörg with his second shot.
And
tries to hit the cameraman.
And that shot was absolutely amazing. I actually walked over to him to see what he had, and this was a gap uphill, distance-wise, all he has, so perfect shot by Jörg, 10 out of 10.
Michael straight down the middle. Is that past the basket?
It's a bit to the left.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's not a bad shot, but as you can see, it gets quick if you fall down to the left. The fairway shapes down pretty hard.
He's figuring out something with his forehand.
Actually playing a forehand Anheuser.
As a lefty, yeah.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
Landing in the rough on the left there, it's a difficult place to be.
I wonder if he still tried to attack there, because...
Seems like it, right?
yeah, aggressive. And yeah, Toby missing it a bit to the left.
Here's your up shot. What are you throwing?
That's a Opto Triple X. Has been in my bag forever, but it's not anymore.
We can talk on that later.
Yeah.
It's a nice shot.
Yeah, pretty good shot. And there, Munich disc golf legend Diego on the back.
Can you be a legend at the age of, what, 15?
In my books, he definitely is one.
Nice. Shout out Diego.
Yeah.
What an amazing shot to get out of there.
Great shot by Justus. Down there, you can find bogeys so quickly.
Airball there from Toby at the beginning. Tough to start your round out that way.
Yeah, I mean, it was a hard putt, but not really what you want. Also, Michi is gonna kick himself for that one.
Is Justus for par? And he gets it, nice.
Yeah, very nice save by Justus.
I'm running through my disc golf commentary cliches right here, but that's a confidence building par there.
Definitely. His confidence must skyrocket after seeing all these misses. Oh, and Jörg.
That's a confidence losing birdie.
I don't think so. That second shot was so good.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't guess so. It was amazing. But
oh man, still got a lot of power in the tank. And me for the confidence birdie.
The people at home don't have the video, but Kyle takes a sip of his beer after that one. Taps out his par.
Yeah, that was... it kind of reminded me of the day before, and I was not feeling confident at all at that point.
What was the difference between day one and day two for you?
I don't know, this course can get into your head so quickly. It's very interesting. Sometimes everything goes your way, but you have so much OB, so much rollaway potential. If you're just off by a bit, it can bite you so hard. Connor, hole 2 cannot bite you so hard, right?
I saw it happen. Here's hole 2, 59 meters. For right-handed players, it's a pitch-up sidearm, one of the only 2 holes in the course that played under par. The problem there's OB right behind the basket, sneakily close. You don't really think about it when you're throwing, but I saw a couple go out of bounds. Early right is pretty rough because then you're just working with the forest and trying to find a line through. But this is a must-get for everybody on this card.
Did you find trouble here?
I found trouble in every hole, man.
The backhand is rather touchy, but Jörg is... Oh, perfect stop.
Pretty much perfect, because if you're trying to put it any closer into the woods or biting into the woods, then you're really begging for a kick out or for...
Yeah, even a roll away, you really don't have to go so much to the right. If you just go straight and get your distance right, you have a pretty easy putt, as you can see by Michi.
Yeah, but again to the OB, I think Michi was worryingly close to the OB there. If he got a bad skip, he might have found it, but as he is, it's a very, very good shot.
Well, Toby is going too far. Oh,
yeah, there it is.
Yeah, that's OB, and that's just a bad mistake. It's such an easy shot.
But he's in near circle 1, I'd say, or his landing spot was.
Yeah.
Justus going more of a sky, a big chip shot rather than a straight shot.
And me?
More of the straight shot. Hopefully you don't push too far. You push too far. Are you in bounds there?
I'm in bounds, hanging on by a thread, but that was a pretty terrible shot. I meant to throw it like double as high. And I have nothing from here except for laying.
You're not hoping for the birdie, yeah. You're just laying up to the foot of the hill. It's the basket's on a little hill here. You see them finding a hole through the trees.
Phew. Yeah, and Michi, second miss in a row. Not really what you want.
Yeah. Jörg, 2 for 2.
And another really kind of shaky putt that goes in, but Jörg does not putt with a lot of velocity, so a lot of those putts catch for him.
So he'll be getting the par. Not the worst thing that happens, but you see where he is. His disc probably wasn't that far out of bounds. It's a frustrating miss.
Justus gets it, and talking about frustrating misses, here's my par tap in.
Please don't tell me you missed it. Okay. got it.
I got you.
How vividly do you remember this round, watching the footage back?
Oh, quite vividly, I think. I mean, I tend to recall rounds sometimes too good. It's not always the best thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, hole 3, 250 meters, par 4, OB all around the field, although the fairway is kind of big. It's bigger than it used to be in the German championships, which really entices the players to go for a huge shot off the tee, because there's not too much that can go wrong. But the downhill really plays with you. You gotta be precise with your angle, otherwise you can find OB still pretty quickly.
This is a fun shot. Everybody looks forward to coming to 3.
Yeah. And you really can pick your poison on this hole. You don't really have to go for much off the tee, but with the OB gone, I changed my play here and tried to go for a big shot. And as you can see, Jörg, quite conservative, but still good.
All he needs, though.
Yeah. What? That was a terrible shot by Justus. You could see him slip, I think. It looked very weird.
Yeah, something went wrong there. Something with the run up. He was looking at the feet.
Yeah, and that's just looking perfect. Michi has such a great angle control on his shots.
Beautiful shot. Exactly what you imagine when you step up to the tee pad here.
Definitely. And let's see if Mr. Big Arm shows us something.
Okay, less than. Do you think that's what he was going for?
No, it was something, but it was not good. I tried to go for everything here. And
is that coming back to the right?
I end up playing completely conservative. That shot had to be like 3 times the height it was.
But knowing that that's not what you wanted to, but you're still easily in position for birdie.
It's the right miss. It's not a bad position at all. Yeah. I hit the line pretty perfectly. I just needed to throw it way higher to get more distance. But
Justus, as a left-handed player, has a backhand hyzer here to get around this little corner.
And that's still a rip. You could see he really put a move on that. And doesn't really get the biggest skip.
Yeah, pretty short there.
And not a terrible shot. He was so far away, so at least has a chance. This is
You're bleeding to the left.
and
OB
you can
comes
see
into play.
the backhand is way harder than the sidearm if you're on the right side of the fairway. This was
It looks to be on the line.
Jörg not really having a sidearm kind of makes the shot way harder for him. Toby shows us the sidearm.
Looking very good.
Ooh.
Looking pretty nice.
Yep. Nice guy, nice shot.
It's nice on a par 4 too, having two throws do exactly what you're expecting them to, exactly what you want to do.
Exactly.
And just walking away with that well-earned 3. A little short from your sidearm, but still in the putting green.
That's decent. Did I Miss something? Ah, no.
No.
Yeah. I messed up. No, good shot by Michi. I confused him with Jörg right there.
Jörg for the birdie. Ooh, nice run. Very floaty, very conservative. It's not going to get too far away from the basket there, but had a chance.
Yeah, that's his specialty.
Justus pitches up. That'll be a bogey for him with the OB stroke.
Yeah, it's really tough to run these super long putts in the tailwind. They usually just drop. And I'm shaking right here.
You're on the board.
Yep. Eventually you need to start.
As somebody newer to the disc golf scene in Germany, I really enjoy these tournaments where you get a chance for these par fours. You don't normally find those on just a normal course layout. It's really getting a chance for placement golf, to knowing where do I want my first throw, where do I want my second throw. And this hole is one where the fairway is big enough where each player can kind of find their own way to the basket.
Yeah, definitely. And it's right in the middle in terms of difficulty, which I think it's a pretty easy hole, but the angle control throwing downhill is then something that a lot of players still mess up, I think.
Yeah.
So Connor, what about hole 4?
Coming to hole 4, a roll of the dice for a lot of players. Most people throw a sidearm hyzer here straight out that will then dip to the right here to the basket. But as you can see, the basket is on a hill and you're waiting for the spotter to tell you if it worked out or not. It's only 76 meters. Most people have this. Let's see what Toby's doing.
And OB to the left looming. Toby goes very high.
It hits the tree.
Up in the tree. Yeah, that's a pretty rough mistake to make. There's so much space to the left.
You pitch up, lands in about the right position, and
give it to me. No.
rolls away.
This is what happens to most sidearms that come in with a spike, but I at least stop somewhere. If you roll to the left, then when it gets really unfair. And Jörg is trying to show us the backhand.
Okay. Gets around the tree. Flies past the basket and out of bounds.
No, back is safe, but it perfectly exemplifies why the backhand anhyzer is used so rarely, because it's just so hard to get it down quick enough. And then if you place it with cut roller, you can also roll left OB, so very, very hard technical shot shape.
Michi now with the height he might have wanted, but he also might have been doing that to avoid the spike angle. Justus here with a backhand spike. Lead card not playing this one as well as you might think. It's a deceivingly hard hole, but you normally see at least 1 or 2 people get lucky.
Yeah, I mean, was not really a great group of tree shots, but yeah, Justus or mine could have definitely stayed.
I'm seeing here it's the second easiest on the course. It's 2.98 average, so just under par.
Yeah, I mean, it's super short. You should usually not take worse than a par or maybe a bogey if you get unlucky.
Yeah, you see everybody pitching up pretty effectively for their pars now.
Yeah.
He's just pretty short. You'll have to earn that.
Little meat on the bone. But what is nice about this hole is that you can give them a nice run from there, because you have that backstop. And
you have, of course, seen people pay the price for that kind of run, though, right?
Yeah, it happens, but it doesn't happen that much on the putt, I think, because the grass is still quite grabby.
Nice birdie.
Thank you. Yeah, that one was great. Felt like redemption for the putt on the first hole, and I'm kind of thinking, let's do what I did on the first day today.
What is Justus doing with his right hand there? It worked. It didn't work. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, you niced him.
Oh my gosh.
Nicing him.
I can't nice him months afterwards.
Ah.
Justus, I didn't do this to you.
I'm not sure, man. I would say you did.
I apologize, Justus.
Yeah, that...
Oof.
I don't know.
It's a tough stretch for him now.
Seems like the hand thing didn't work. Yeah. Yeah. Really not two bogeys you want to take.
Yeah.
This is not good. As you can see, still everyone within 5 strokes, but nothing too much. No one's playing too hot, no one's playing too bad so far. Let's see.
Yeah, we can see how people get out of this rut now.
This is my hole, huh? Hole 5, 185 meters, par 4. OB on all sides. The first shot is a hyzer and you really gotta be precise. You gotta hang it out to the right because you cannot go OB, but not too far, otherwise you can go OB right and you don't want to go OB left, and then the upshot makes for a lot of rollaways, so quite a tricky hole.
You did not want to go that far right, did you?
This was one of these shots where you miss it so bad it's perfect again. I pulled it way to the right, but I also pulled it way high, which made me land perfectly.
So 2 mistakes make a good shot?
Yeah, exactly. And
this is one mistake. He should have made 2.
Yeah, this is actually the worst mistake you can make, because if you go OB to the left side, then you get all the distance, but from there he just gets to advance like 20 meters. So it's guaranteed bogey, at least. And Jörg is nice shot, but that's fairly short. It makes the upshot very hard.
And like you said, the upshot's just very difficult because it's a right to left slanted hill that you're trying to throw maybe 100 meters into at that point.
Yeah. And that's a great shot. And you can see if you land more to the left of that fairway, it kind of opens up the angle for the backhand approach way better, which Jörg and Michi are hoping for. And Justus has to commit so hard.
Yeah, that is a difficult shot for a left-handed player.
Look at that shot.
That's
that was
amazing.
Completely amazing, like 140 meters or something. Man, it's rough for sure, but if you nail it, then you're in such a good position because you can bite off so much distance. And
Toby from his out of bounds position.
Yeah, that's a Heimberg destroyer. He loves to throw these, and as you can see, Toby has a lot of distance on his sidearm. That was far.
Is that within putting range?
No, I don't think so. But it's an easy bogey, which is pretty ideal. And yeah, you can see it's just very hard to get the angle right on the backhand upshot.
I think of the 3 rounds, I played 1 par here, and I was incredibly satisfied with that.
With it overall, or only with the par?
With the par, no, with the. I did this as well. It's easy to be scared of the hill there.
Yeah, it's also it's so hard. You kind of go uphill. You have to match the angle. It's.
But the forehand is scary because of the rollaway. Let's see how it plays out for you.
Yeah, I tried to put a little bit of flex on it and threw a slower disc, and it paid out.
Worked out very well.
Yeah. But yeah, you get so much rollaways, so many rollaways, and also the putting is just dangerous.
Is this the first forehand upshot we're seeing from Justus?
Justus throws a lot of forehand upshots, and he's very proficient with it.
Whoa.
Yep, he has a lot of touch in the short range on the forehand.
That was an amazing. That's exactly where he wants to be.
Yeah. As you can see, he matched the shape of the hill perfectly with that sidearm, which is prevents rollaways. For those of you who don't know, that's what you want to do.
A little bit tough for Toby there, because Toby still has an uphill edge of circle putt for his bogey.
Yeah, that's not what you want. He's still the co-leader, and Toby he was in this position a lot of times. He has been playing well and putting himself into position multiple times, being on lead card at bigger German events, but he couldn't quite pull through with it. And yeah, but he's showing
a good committed putt.
Yeah, still in this to win this. But yeah.
Is Barney Boys like a team? Is it a sponsor?
I'm not 100% sure. It's like it's a friends group from Rostock.
Okay.
But I'm not quite sure what they do outside of calling themselves the Barney Boys. They have an Instagram channel, you can follow them there. They have merch, but I'm not sure if you can buy the merch or if you have to be a Barney Boy for it.
Word of mouth is working though, because I've heard a lot of people refer to it, and I was always curious if this was like a team I was unaware of. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, definitely. Kind of like rock stars, everyone from the Barney Boys being a very good player and also well liked.
Right. So here we come to hole 6, the triple mandel hole. It's originally, the gate that was originally planned for was apparently ran over by a tractor. So this is a short-term replacement solution that I created. You're just throwing straight 70 meters. The mando, triple mando, like all triple mandos, gets in your head, but you just, oh, Carl.
So you can see, it was in my head so much I played a layup, and
even the cameraman wasn't ready.
That was the most terrible layup jump putt you can imagine.
Are you pinched off to the right?
Big time.
Justus gets through by the,
you can see
hair out of his skin.
Such a nice shot with the sidearm harp, I think.
Okay. Harp is just a putter, it's just right? It's just an approach disc.
It's a 4-speed approach disc.
Jörg just piping it through exactly how everybody wants to.
Man, I wish I could do that, but as soon as I see that triple mando, especially that one, it's over for me. I missed it both rounds, and now I played a bad layup. But as you can see, everyone else.
Beautiful shot.
Wow. And these guys are making me look very bad.
Yeah. Sucks that you went first. I managed to hit on my round the hole in the middle.
Oh, did you kick back behind the mando line?
I kicked back to impossible putt range for me. I was still safe, got my 3.
Well, 3's good, you got strokes on me, man.
Well, let's see. No, I did not.
Yeah, maybe not this round. Whew.
You've written down in your notes here that this hole will probably not return in 2025, but one thing just to mention is the crew here in Gößweinstein is just very reactive and really looking for feedback, and they really put on a fantastic event.
Yeah. They took so much criticism. They asked the players. Oh, you can see a lot of missed putts. But yeah, they are really trying to elevate this event, and it's already, in my opinion, one of the best, if not the best, German event. I just love the property, and wow, kind of a putting meltdown here.
Do you think when a couple of those putts happen back to back on a lead card like this, or on a card, doesn't matter what kind of card, that it's somewhat contagious, that everybody is affected by one another?
It really depends on the player. I think some people even... Oh my... What? I didn't remember that. Yeah, I mean, it obviously can be. If the vibe on the whole card is down, it can get you down, but this one was just very surprising, and I suddenly look great with my par here.
But also for Justus, who had 2 bogeys in a row earlier, now he's got back-to-back birdies on holes that people have really struggled on. The momentum is back in his favor there.
Definitely, he's totally back in this, and I am too. Everyone's kind of shrinking together, pending this putt. Yep.
You did it, man.
Yeah. This was kind of weird. Everyone was playing solid to this point. And
I putt like that so often.
Really, even on the tap-ins? You gotta practice.
Always
those.
on the tap-ins.
Hole 7, 181 meters, one of my favorite holes in Germany. It's a very unique shot. The hole got an S-curved shape. You can see there is a mando, so you gotta go in front of that to the left, and then if you hyzer out too much, there's OB again. And then afterwards your second shot is going to that basket, and the fairway is narrowing down a lot, so you gotta be very precise. It's very hard to approach it with a backhand, and yeah, just a tight hole, and you can get a birdie, you can get a double bogey really easily.
I love this hole.
Yeah, it's so perfect, and the first shot is so finicky. If you play that hyzer play that Justus showed, Really, the height and the angle gotta be so precise. It's very, very easy to not hyzer out enough. And
what are you doing?
That's why I play the spike hyzer with a disc that has 0 glide. And I do not understand why not more people are doing this.
If I did what you just tried, if I just tried to do that, I would land in these woods we see to the left immediately. I'm doing this shot. I'm just doing a straight pushing hyzer release. I recognize that the OB here on the left is a danger, but it's a distance that's comfortable for me, and it's such a nice shot. It's such a pretty shot.
And I feel like that shot is very hard. As you can see, Jörg kind of takes a page out of my book. Goes hyzer, but not as spiked. And the OB, I think it used to be a little tighter to the left.
It used to be at that little small hill,
it used to be right where Jörg landed. And this year they gave us more space, which also means less space for the other hole. But we're gonna come to that. And a very nice grouping, except for Justus.
Stop. That's it. All right. But also the second shot, this is what I was talking about as a newbie to the scene. This is such a satisfying par 4 because even after a... Ooh, wow, Justus. Athletic. And he kicks back out.
Oh no. It has to sit.
He kicks back down? Okay. He has to be happy with that result.
Yeah, that was a hard shot. Yeah.
But the second shot is also very demanding. A small green, but a fair green.
That shot is so hard. Wow.
Fantastic.
And that was long too. That was a very, very nice shot. As you can see, I'm going with the same disc, just on a spike sidearm now.
You're using the same driver twice?
Yep. It's a Firebird.
Hitting the basket?
Fireball, I mean.
And a very satisfying 3. Yeah, you saw Jörg take the backhand approach to it, but I think most players will use the sidearm because there's a lot of airspace there.
Yeah, as you can see, Michi, not really a huge sidearm player, but has it when he needs it, and even also he plays it because the backhand is just way more technical, way more touchy.
Go in.
Wow, beautiful shot.
To the Barney boys' credit, black and pink, also a very good color combination. If I mention Barney boys enough, do you think they'll send me something?
Maybe you can get a free hoodie out of this.
Frustrating rim hit there for Jörg. After the really difficult, well executed backhand shot, then not getting the birdie is frustrating.
Yeah, and Michi finally getting a putt to go and finally getting a birdie.
Nice.
And Toby takes the lead with that one. Yeah, tap in birdie feels so good here.
I'd imagine.
Yep.
So here, hole 8, 135 meters, par 3. For the middle of the field, basically ungettable. It's a very long par 3. It's also a difficult tee shot because you have OB left and right. If you flip it too far, you'll go into the woods on the right. If you hyzer out and put it too high, you are in danger of entering 7's fairway. Green is also a left to right hill. You can roll away. A lot of ways for this to go wrong. What are you thinking?
Definitely a lot of ways. And for some reason, I kept pulling this drive to the right. Yeah, it's very risky. It's kind of risky to go for it because you kind of want a disc that's not too stable. But if you get it to flip, gravity just drags it to the OB right very quickly. So you definitely have to throw something with stability.
It's a very nice looking shot.
Yeah, that's
have the distance.
Wow. Oh my god, this even. Yeah, that was just perfect, and you could see his disc had quite a lot of stability and.
Michi.
Wow.
Very pretty flight there.
Oh, perfect flight, perfect angle. Such a great shot. And Masters player, but still playing in the Open, of course, because he's good enough.
Don't disrespect him.
No,
he
never.
has this.
And this is kind of a nightmare shape for a left-hand player.
Burns it into the ground a little bit.
Yeah, and gets the cut roll. Oh man.
Oof.
And goes OB there. That's terrible, because from there sometimes you have low-hanging branches and it can even be a double penalty.
A very hot and cold round for Justus so far.
Yeah, shaky. Cannot really find his groove that well.
This is Jörg. This is what you'll see from a lot of players who maybe lack the 130 straight shot distance here. Still a good shot. He'll get his 3, and he will not be losing strokes to a lot of people with that one. Nice upshot.
Thank you.
Gave it a chance.
Yeah, this is not an approach you want, especially even if you're only like 30 meters away. The shape, you have rollaway potential, you really want to put it close.
Is that your disc on top?
Yep.
You owe him a beer, according to our rules.
Really?
Yeah. Who was that?
I think it was Toby. Toby, you get a beer from me next time we see in Konopiste.
A little bit of a scared upshot there from Jörg, I feel.
Yeah, but I think it was almost, maybe it was intentional, because, oh, very nice birdie.
A big birdie.
Because the slope isn't as severe to the left. Maybe he was kind of playing it there.
Okay, he's putting downhill. Never mind. He knew what he was doing, or at least made it work.
Definitely. And Toby for another great birdie and to extend the lead. Very nice.
Nice.
Looking good.
So with now two strokes space.
Yeah. Two
Good
strokes
upshot,
space.
nice save there.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I got very lucky of kicking into the fairway to the left. If you if you hit these branches early to the right, that's can be instant bogey. Hole 9. Another one of my favorite holes on the course.
Can't be done.
It can be, and you have so many options to do it. You can go with a straight shot, you can go with a flex sidearm, you can go with a huge Anheuser to the gap up to the left. And actually this hole was aced before by Flo Lingenhill.
At the tournament this weekend, wasn't it?
No, it was a couple years back, and I was not there. I'm not sure if it really happened, but people are talking about it. He's talking about it.
Okay, I heard people talk about it on the weekend. I assumed it happened.
And yeah, Toby showing us the sidearm flex play. Very nice shot.
But does it get far enough right to really give him a chance?
You actually don't have to go so far to the right. It kind of looks a bit deceiving from the tee. If you only throw it straight, you're almost edge of circle. This is a perfect shot. Michi really waking up right now.
Did he go through the left gap there?
Yeah, high Anheuser. Wow.
That's what dreams are made of.
And I'm going with the mid-range straight here.
That shot gives me such anxiety. You're so close to the OB right.
Yeah.
Great shot.
And Jörg?
Doing what I see a lot of people doing, just shooting through the gap and just saying, I'm happy here.
Flip up fairway driver. And that's even a look. That's like, what, 15 meters?
For him, maybe.
Hey, okay, maybe it's a bit longer. And Justus can play the spike hyzer here. Takes a lot of power. Great angle. It looks very good.
Fantastic.
Yeah, this is a far shot. This is 85 meters, but it's severely uphill.
And going to the left gap, he has to really throw a disc that will fight back to the right.
That was just a very great performance from the lead cut, and a very great example of why I love this hole, because there's so many options. Wow, great birdie.
Fantastic. Yeah, this is not how it looked on other cards. I can tell this with great confidence.
Did you see a birdie here?
Fantastic. No, well, now I've seen two. But fantastic putt from Justus there.
Yeah. Ah.
What did you say there?
That I'm so good at Circle's Edge putting.
I've heard you say this recently.
Yeah. Getting better though. Michi also tapping in for the birdie, and yeah, just a great hole. Three down with 5 people. This is very, very, very good for this hole.
Incredible. Do you know how the decision was made to play 5 people for the lead card here?
Maybe they wanted to have me on there, but this was the only 5 people card. No, I actually do not know. Maybe there was a DNF or something.
I'm glad you were there, Carl. So that was it for the front 9. We see that Toby has jumped out a little bit to a lead, -9. Everybody having a little bit of a slower start than they imagined.
Yeah, but not bad. Everyone's still under par and everyone still with a chance to win this, definitely. There's a lot of swing potential on the back 9 and we are excited, and
it's a good course, it's a good round, it's a good card.
Definitely. We hope to see you there. Bye.
Yeah.